Hey Glampers, we're out again this weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. We are here at the Cardinal Center. We got a lot going on.
So we got some things we want to share with you guys this weekend. One of the things we're going to do is install a propane tank monitor.
Yeah, and we'll show you what it is, how to install it, and what it can do for us. Just stick with us. Hopefully it's a great weekend. As you may or may not know, if you've watched our video from last week, we ran out of propane, and it was a very cold night. While we was there in Virginia, Our Life Whirlwind Rob, he put me onto these little things right here called Mopeka tank check, basically. It's a device you put on these two sensors. It comes with two sensors for magnetic. You put them on the bottom of your tank, download the app, they sync right up to the app, which I've already done, and it will read how much propane you have in your tank. So first of all, thank you, Rob, for putting us onto these. We're going to get that installed right now. Okay, so it comes with this tube of some sort of solvent that we're going to put on this little sensor right here. It just says put a pea-size amount. So I'm going to open it up. I'll get that later. Just put it right in the middle of sensor, like so. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll set this down, and basically I'm going to set this at the bottom of my tank. We'll go ahead and put them on anyway to
Now, if you exchange your tanks, you got to remember to get them back, those feet back off.
If you're going to exchange it. We only exchanged ours last time because nothing was open. We normally would just take them into TSC and fill them up, but nothing was open when we was looking for some propane. We're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Pull the app up. So this one's just now starting to try to update. This one's showing 74%. They're both completely full. So it's just a matter of making sure it gets updated okay. But you see how it reads out with the tanks. It's like it updates every so often.
Probably ought to read the directions.
I read the directions.
Did you?
Yes. There wasn't much to the directions though. So let me make sure I put enough of this stuff on it, because it smeared when I moved them. Okay, one of them, yeah, it's the batteries that came with it. One of them just went to empty. Now it just went to 80. So that must be this one. And
can you label them or no?
No. So let me do this one more time. Just looking at it, it's got one tank right here saying 77%. And then this tank saying 12%. Now we just replaced these last week. We actually did a swap. So we don't know how full they were when we got them. Which is part of the problem with swapping a tank, right? You don't know how honest the place you're getting them from is. The one's reading 12, we'll keep on it, but it seems to be a pretty decent device for just a good estimation of where you're at. It may not be 100%, but it's better. This is better than what we knew last week. guessing, hey, should we fill them up? Well, I can look at this and say, well, you know, it's kind of reading a little low. It may not be 12%, it may be 15, 20%, but I would at least say, hey, let's go fill it up. Let's go top it off. Where the other one's at 78%, which is probably about right, 80% full to the capacity of the tank. But if you're interested, it's very inexpensive. I don't even remember, I don't even know what it cost. Joni ordered it.
$55.
Yeah, 55 bucks on Amazon. We had it in a couple days, and we didn't have this kind of information. One of the things, almost every camper comes with a regulator that will automatically go from one tank to the next, or draws from both tanks, or when one's empty it goes to the next automatically. One thing, we've utilized that, but that's when you never know when you're going to run out, right? Because they run out simultaneously. So one of the tips we've started doing is we leave one tank off, only run one tank, and then when that's out, we know this next tank's full. We didn't do that last week. And then it also helps just to have just a visual of what we got going on. So once again, Our Life Whirlwind, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the Mopeka device. If you're interested, just check it out on Amazon. Just a follow-up, that Mopeka's been working pretty well. I'm able to look at my phone, see what my tanks are at. Oh, you got to keep an eye on the battery, because I think the battery will drain pretty quickly if you're in cold weather especially. But so far so good. I can see that this tank here is 100%. This tank's at 75% full. I just looked at it before we hopped on here to talk about it. So yeah, it's working out pretty well. So check that out. Well, I think we'll put a link in the description maybe of the Mopeka. And if you're looking for some way to know how your tanks are going, you can pick one up. They're not that expensive, 50 bucks maybe, I think, something like that. So.
Do you want